New York Times best-selling author Paula McLain comes to the library on Wednesday.
Joining us here to share more is Stephanie Smith from the library. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the
Thank
set.
you.
We're excited to have you, but we're talking about something else very exciting happening at the library.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know who Paula McLain is, can you just describe what kind of work she does?
Sure. I'm so excited about this upcoming author visit because she is one of the leading writers of historic fiction in the country. So she has a thing about Hemingway, but not Hemingway directly, but Hemingway's wives, who are very fascinating people in their own right. So that's what two of her best-known books are about.
Interesting.
So for people who are not familiar with Paula, what would, if you could just sum up in a couple words what her novels are like?
Sure. So she does such a great job of taking these real-life people and sort of creating stories around them. So you really feel like you know them, you know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, their backstory. So even as they're sort of living in the shadow of this very famous author, Ernest Hemingway, they're really the main characters, and she does such a great job of bringing them to life.
So I'm looking at Love and Ruin right there, and I see some water. Is this kind of the Key West story, or no?
Yeah, by the time she meets Hemingway, she's his third wife.
Okay.
And spoiler, she's not the last wife. He is in Cuba, so a lot of their story happens together in Cuba.
Okay.
And Paula has quite the story in her own life, correct?
She does. You know, sometimes you have to have that interesting backstory of your own to really recognize other people's stories. So she and her two sisters were abandoned by both of their parents out in California growing up, spent the next 14 years in the foster care system, going from home to home. And then when she graduated high school, she served time as a cocktail waitress, working in an auto plant, a nurse's aide, pizza delivery girl. So she did all these things before she realized she really wanted to write, and she was good at it. And here we are today. She's a best-selling author.
So on Wednesday, how is that event going to look like?
So it is a presentation by Paula. Her topic is creating fictional characters out of real-life people. And so that's at 7 o'clock at the main library theater. It's free. You don't have to pre-register. You can show up. So she'll be giving her presentation, and then afterwards answering questions, signing books. Yeah.
So how common is it, I'm still new to Fort Wayne,
Yeah.
how common is it that you have top authors, New York Times bestselling authors, coming through Fort Wayne and presenting?
You know, we are so lucky because this involves some cost, which is not necessarily in the library's budget. So the Friends of the Library have made this possible. They're sponsoring this event. So thankful for them and all of our Friends members. But we do it as authors come along that are of interest, that are affordable for us. That's another key component to that. So this year we have Paula McLain coming in. Next fall we have another really big one I'm excited about, but I don't want to step on that story yet, so just be on the lookout for that. Another big one coming in October.
And then one last question real quick. You mentioned that there will be a book signing. Will books be available for purchase at the event, or?
Yeah, we're teaming up with Barnes & Noble, so they'll be providing the books, and so you can buy them at the event for Paula to sign.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. We appreciate it. Author Paula McLain comes to the library Wednesday at 7 p.m. Admission to hear her presentation is free. Parking is free with a library card.